Okay, so we're going to have a short session, though it's going to be quite high intensity, so we need a little warm up first of all. So let's have a nice tall spine, sitting or kneeling comfortably and feeling into the ground underneath you. Tall in the spine, tall in the neck, relaxed in the face. So softly closing the eyes, finding space within the face, between the lower jaw, the upper jaw, the tongue resting lightly behind the top teeth, the lips soft. Relax the hands, the fingers, the forearms, the upper arms. And then come to your breath. So checking in with how your breath is, the depth, the speed, the temperature, where you can feel your body move as you breathe. Come into the sound of your breath. And the movement of breath at the heart center. Good. Now softly open the eyes. So keep the gaze down towards the ground and slightly unfocused. And then gradually a little bit more. So those important couple of minutes just to bring us into our practice, bring us home to the heart center. Now a nice deep inhalation, exhalation, a twist around to the right. So we're going to just hold that twist for a couple of breaths. Tall in the spine and the neck, relaxed in the face. Use your next available inhale to come back to center and exhale to the other side. Tall in the spine. Feel into the ground beneath you. Inhale back to the center. And then we'll do that twice more but moving. So inhale, exhale to the side. Inhale to the center. Exhale to the other side. Inhale to the center. Exhale to the side. Inhale to the center. And exhale to the side. And then come back to center. Take one hand and just with an inhalation we're going to bring those opposite fingers to the floor, draw a rainbow over the top. Exhalation, draw the rainbow back. And again, rainbow over the top. And back. And again. And back. And then swap over. Rainbow over the top with the inhale. And back. Again. And back. Good. Now, bend the knees, have the feet onto the ground. And then we'll sit up nice and tall, take the knees out to the side, don't go too far, particularly if you are hypermobile, and then bring them back up to center. And again, out to the sides, and back into center. Just getting some nice movement into the hips there. And again. Now keep the knees there. Take the right leg, draw that knee in towards the chest, chin down, inhale, stretch the leg away. The heel can be on the floor if you like, and then lower down. We'll do that 2 more times. Make sure the back remains nice and tall, the navel engaged. And keep smiling. And draw that foot back. We'll go to the other side. Knee in. Stretch away. Tall spine, navel engaged. Down we go. Remember, it's fine to keep that heel on the floor if you don't want to raise the leg. Last time then bring that foot down. Take the knees out to the side and the soles of the feet together. And then bring the fingertips to the shoulders. We'll breathe in, open up the shoulders, gently looking up, breathe out, draw the navel in. The elbows come towards each other, so they don't have to touch, they just come towards each other. And just one last time. After this one, after your next exhale, give the shoulders a roll backwards. Place the hands onto the knees. Breath in, open up the chest, looking up. Shoulders come behind you. The shoulder blades come together to behind you rather. And then exhale, we let the hands travel down, draw in the navel. And again. And down. This version of seated cat. Good, and then we'll come up, bring the knees together. Just bring yourself forward in a very elegant manner. So you're onto your feet and the knees are out to the sides. We have the hands together at the heart centre, just stretching through the inner thighs again. Heels may be on the ground or not. And then a nice deep breath in as we shoot upwards and bring the arms down. Good. And then we'll, if you've got socks on, take them off, remove any bits that are on your mats, pop them to one side. And then we'll come to the front of our mats. So we're facing the short edge of the mat. Into Tadasana, shoulders, hips, knees, feet in alignment. Bring the hand to the heart centre. Reach up tall. Through the back, through the neck. Relax the face, take a deep breath in and a breath out. Breath in, open up the heart centre as we stretch up, little back bend if you like. Exhale, fold down, touch the ground, keep the knees soft. Inhale, lift up to a flat back, engage the navel. Exhale, bring the fingers down to the ground, take the right foot back. Stretch through the hip flexor, keep the fingertips on the ground. Right hand stays on the ground, left hand comes to the waist or extending up and holding. Good. And then bring that hand down. Lift up both arms. Hands come together if that's okay for you, looking up. Breath out, come down, bring the hands to the ground. Tuck the toes in under of the back leg, raising the knee. Breath in, lift up. Hands together, little back bend as you gently look up. Breath out, come down, bring the hands to the ground, knee to the ground. Slide the left foot back now and come to a high plank position. And breathe. Keep the navel engaged. Make sure that the bottom and the back and the legs are all in alignment, so we haven't got any sort of peaks going on and we haven't got any troughs going on. We're nice and in alignment. And then we're going to lower down to the ground. Bring the knees down first if you need to. And then lift up into cobra. So we're going to keep the chin tucked in. Push through the hands, elbows soft. The chest is open, shoulders down, then lift the head. Tuck the toes under, lift up into downward dog. Engage the navel. Neck spine in line with the rest of the spine. Be with the breath. Now draw the left knee in towards the chest and then extend it up behind you. Bend the knee, point the toe, open up the hip. Bring the knee down, bring it back in towards the armpit and then take it back out again, opening up the hip. Now we're going to bring that left foot through this time. So it's next to the hand, knee comes down to the ground. Bring the right foot through, so we're into forward fold. Breath in, bend the knees, lift up. Open the heart centre to the sky. Exhale, bring the hands down. Touch the ground. Breath in, lift up to halfway. Breath out, come down again. This time take the left foot back. So establish a good posture here with the knee going over the ankle or it's just slightly towards you. And then the left hand stays on the ground and we twist around to the right. Hold that twist for a moment. Not the breath though, keep the breath flowing. Right hand comes down. Use your next available inhale to lift up. Bring the hands together if you wish to, having a little back bend there. And then bring the hands down. Tuck the back toes under, lift the knee. Breath in as we lift up. So it's big balance this as well as the strength. So you may like to take the gaze upwards. Depends how you are on this side. And then we'll bring the hands down. Slide the right foot back into a high plank. Hold the plank for a breath or two. Really push away through the heels. Engage the navel. And then we lower down. Tuck the chin in. Lift up. This time either remain in cobra or you can lift the hips off the floor into an upward dog position. Tuck the toes under into a downward dog position then. Just arrange yourself, navel in, neck nice and long. Feel into the breath, into the ground beneath you. And draw that right knee in this time and then extend the leg, bend the knee, point the toes, open the hip. Draw the knee back through towards the armpit. Extend the leg, open up the hip, and then this time draw the foot through, knee comes to ground. Next available inhalation, we're going to bring the weight through into a forward fold and then an exhalation. Inhale, bend the knees, push through the feet, lift up, and open up. Bring the hands back down to the heart centre and pause. Okay, we're going to take the weight down into the right foot and come onto the left toes, left knee out to the side, and either remain there, nice and tall in the hip, so really grow out of that right hip. Or you can bring the arms overhead and either bring that foot up to the calf muscle or up to the thigh if you wish to. Use anything that you have nearby for balance, like I just use my wall, my very convenient wall. Be with your breath. Drishti point, and then we're going to take that left foot back. So release the foot, bring it back. Come into that warrior one position. Looking straight forward with the chest open, the shoulders down. And then we could come onto the back toes if you want to go a little deeper. Now bring the hands down, bring them to the heart centre. Back foot onto the floor, and then the right elbow comes onto the right thigh, a little twist around. Be with the breath, steady breath flowing. And then we go from triangle to two triangle even. So we straighten that front knee slightly, opening up the arms. So that left shoulder is coming back. The left hand can remain on the waist if that's better for you. You can come into this in a shallow way or a deeper way. Don't let the shoulder come down though. Keep it working backwards. Feel into the ground underneath the feet. And the feet move to accommodate you. Now take a deep breath in, push through the feet, lift up, raise the hands back into the warrior one position. We're going to step forward into a forward fold. Next breath in, push through the legs, lift up, open that heart to the sky, bring the hands down, take the weight into the left, the right heel comes to the left ankle. Establish yourself, feel your roots deep into the ground, you're nice and tall, lifting out of the hip. And then either keep the toes there or bring the foot to the calf muscle or perhaps onto the thigh. Raise the arms up if that's appropriate for you. So just finding the appropriate place. Please don't put the foot onto the knee even though it feels like that's a really good place for it to be. Puts too much pressure onto the knee. Now we're going to step back with the right foot into warrior one. Feel into the ground underneath the feet. So making sure that knee is behaving itself, it's either on top of the ankle or slightly towards you. And then come onto the back toes. Little back bend there, little balance. Place the foot onto the floor. Bring the hands down to the heart centre and bring the left elbow onto the left thigh. So we're twisting around the other way now with the breath. And then from here going to triangle. So we're opening up the arms. Straighten the front leg, don't lock the knee out. Remember the options of keeping the hand onto the waist. That right shoulder coming backwards. Next inhalation, bring the shoulders around, step forward, fold forward, touch the ground. Breath in, and we're going to bend the knees, lift up, touch the sky, open up to the sky, bring the hands back to the heart centre, bring them back down to the ground. Take the feet back into a downward dog and then bring the knees down into all fours. And here we've got the knees underneath the hips and the hands in the right place for you for cat. Taking a few breaths here, so breathing and opening up, shoulders down, gentle look up. Breathing out and drawing in and arching the spine. So we'll do one more round of cat. Then at the end of this exhalation, come back to child's pose, knees together or apart, arms outstretched ahead of you, or one potato, two potato underneath the forehead, or the arms down by the sides of the body, whichever feels like the best place for you to be now. Just be with your breath here, be with the sound of the breath. Sensation of the heart beating, the connection with the ground beneath you. And gently path the hands up We're going to swing the legs around and come down for a short Shavasana, so don't miss this bit out. So roll down and either have the legs outstretched, the arms down by the sides, or come into constructive rest. Maybe better on your lower back, particularly if you have a pronounced lordosis like I do, so arch in the small of the back. I don't find Shavasana very comfortable, but you might do. So I prefer a constructive rest, it's up to you. Nice long neck, arms down by the sides or resting onto the abdomen. Softly close the eyes, release the jaw, lips gently touching. Soften through the shoulders, soften through the small of the back, soften into the hips. Release the toes and the fingers. Relax into palms of hands and soles of feet. Release the calf muscles and the muscles of the forearms, the thigh muscles and the muscles of the upper arms. Relax the belly and all the intercostal muscles in between the ribs. Smooth the forehead, relax the scalp. And then come to your breath. Noticing any differences in the breath now to the beginning of the practice, the depth, the speed, the temperature, and where you feel your body breathing. Now gently, if you have your legs outstretched, draw one leg in and the other, so you come to semi-supine. Draw one knee into the chest and then the other. Have a wee rock there from side to side or back and forth. Then roll over onto one side, keeping the knees tucked into the chest and not twisting, so doing that as one full movement. Gently open the eyes here and then using that top hand to push into the ground to lift you up. Namaste.